Great day, kings and queens. Welcome to another conversation with Drew, where it's an honor to share this gift with you guys. And it's beyond a pleasure to be able to share this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that I've gained through these experiences that's helping me to become the best version of myself. And it's such a blessing that I have the opportunity, to drop some jewels on you guys that'll help you to become the best version of yourself. This is a terrific Tuesday. Woke up, in a blessed feeling, in a blessed state of mind, understanding that, this is the greatest opportunity that we can ever have right now, the time of right now. And you cannot be in a better place, honestly, regardless of what you're experiencing and what you're going through. Great morning, Queen. And I see you, King Rick Fish. Great morning, Queen. And so I titled this one, Let 'Em Walk. You understand me? You already know it's about to be that work today. Yes, it is. It's about to be that work today. Yeah, let them walk. What I recognize, kings and queens, great morning, Queen. What I recognize, right, is that, great morning, is that where you are right now in life is a season. What up, King? It's a season, right? So what that means is that where you are right now is temporary. That's what you have to understand first and foremost. Where you are right now is temporary. I need y'all to get this work today. Pay attention. If y'all could, everybody who jumped on, go to the bottom of the screen and share it with y'all's friends and family. We have to get this work. So what I'm saying is that where you are right now is temporary, right? And so where you are is not who you are. The decisions you made in the past is not who you are. And when you understand that, when you fully grasp it, you begin to see that every single thing that you are experiencing is temporary. Everything that you are experiencing is a season, right? And so the reason why I titled this Let 'Em Walk, because we've had people in our lives who have walked out of our lives because of the season that we were in. We had people in our lives who walked out of our lives because some of the mistakes that we made. But what's so dope about that is that where I am today in 2016 going into 2017, this is the best version that I've ever been, right? But the beautiful thing about it is that if I'm honored to have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 more years, then that means that I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 more years to become even better than what I am today. So what I'm saying is that when I say let them walk, I recognize that in our lives, we were born to make mistakes. In our lives, we were born to go through these seasons. In our lives, we were born to evolve. We were born to grow. That's why when we came out, we didn't come out as full, human beings, full adults. We came out as children, as babies, and then we evolved. What you were this year, you weren't last year. Hopefully, you know what I mean? You've grown. What you were 5 years ago, you weren't who you are this year. So I'm saying that is because I personally have dealt with people walking out of my life. I personally dealt with people walking away from me. I personally dealt with people not making a decision to partner with me or do certain things, right? But the beauty of it is that when you understand the value of who you are, you can understand why they walked. And they walked away because they weren't meant for you, or they weren't meant for your purpose. See, when you understand that you are the greatest person in this earth, literally, you are the greatest person in this earth. Why? Because there'll never be another you. So if a person walked away from the greatest person in this earth, then they just walked away from one of the greatest opportunities that they ever have to be united with one of the greatest people in the earth. And see, now that I understand that, right? If you're going to walk away, let them walk. You understand me? Don't fight for somebody who don't want to be in your life. You know what I mean? And check this out. I'm not no relationship guru, so whatever you're going through in your relationship, I'm not saying do this or don't do this. What I'm saying to you is that you have to understand how valuable you are. You have to understand how valuable your purpose is. You have to understand how valuable the treasures in you are, right? Because if somebody can walk away from the value that's in you to go search and see if they can find that again, listen, that's crazy. That's asinine. How is it that somebody can walk away from such a great person to go see if they can find that greatness again when they already had that greatness? Let them walk, right? So this is what I'm understanding, kings and queens, is that what we go through and what we experience is necessary for our development. It's necessary for our growth. And that's why they're called seasons, or they're called stages, right? Because Andrew Clayborn right now at the age of 33, I couldn't be this at 23. I couldn't be this even at 29. Why? Because it wasn't the season for it. And the season that I'm in right now, it was created for me to reach this point right now. I couldn't reach it a week prior. I couldn't reach it 2 weeks prior. I couldn't reach it a year ago. I had to reach it right now. So if a person, whether that's a friend, whether that's a business partner, whether that's a companion, if they do not have the fortitude, understand me, kings and queens, to walk with you in this process, let them walk. Let them walk. Why? Because who you are, the value that's in you, the greatness, the treasures that's in you is priceless, right? Even in the midst of all your mistakes, even in the midst of all your shortcomings, even in the midst of all your bad decisions, what's inside of you is priceless. So if a person can walk away from something that's priceless, they don't understand the magnitude. They don't deserve to be around the greatness that you are. They don't deserve to walk hand in hand with the greatness that's in you. And that's why I understand the value and how great we are. Somebody just asked, do we let them come back? That's if they are designed to be your purpose partner. If they come back and they can truly appreciate the value that's in you, then they may have a place. They may or may not though. But see, the thing is this. When a person's truly understand the value of who you are, like my King Keith Camp, right? Or my King Robert Smith, people who I've been walking with for some years now. These are my purpose partners. These are my brothers, right? This is what's so powerful, right? There's nothing on God's green earth that'll make me walk away from these two men. Nothing on God's green earth that'll make me walk away from these two kings, right? There's nothing that they can do. God himself will have to tell me that, Drew, it's time for you to walk away, right? And this is why I say that, because I understand that the mistakes that they may make in the future is not them. I understand that the seasons that they may go through in the future is not them. So therefore, if I judge them according to their season, or I judge them according to their mistakes, then I lost. Why? Because did the creator of the universe condemn you, hold you where you are, say that you cannot become even greater in the mistakes that you made, in the seasons that you were in? Did he? No. He allowed you to continue to evolve. He allowed you to continue to grow, and he loved you unconditionally through it all. That's what real love is. Love understands, right, that it has to be patient because it may be a 13-year process season. That's what's so dope about it. It literally may be a 10-year season. It may be a 5-year season. But see, when I say that you're my friend, I'm committing to life. I'm not committing to a moment. I'm not committing to a feeling. I'm not committing to the way that you made me smile last week or the way that you helped me in this business project 2 years ago. I'm committing to life. Why? Because I understand that everything that we experience in life is a season. This is the type of individuals that you have to find and partner yourself with. These are the type of individuals that you want to lock arms with. Why? Because if Christ, right, Jesus Christ, if he knew before he selected Judas for his position to be a student, if he knew that he was going to betray him and he still selected him, he knew that he had a position and a place in the clan, in the crew, in the walk. He already knew it though. But how do you know that a person is going to betray you and you still rock with them? Because you still had a position. Those 3.5 years that we rocked together, you still had a valuable place. You still did some amazing things that was necessary. Your decision wasn't who you are. He never called Judas a betrayer. He never called him a betrayer. He just allowed him to serve out his purpose. That's what you have to understand, kings and queens. That if somebody want to walk away from you, let them walk. This was what was so dope, right? Reading the manual. This is what was so dope because it was one part where I saw that it wasn't just the 12. It was an other multitude of disciples who chose to turn around and walk away. This is what you have to understand is that if they want to walk away, let them walk. Listen, if I had the opportunity to walk with the Messiah, there's nothing that we could have experienced or nothing that we could have gone through that would have made me turn away. Why? Because of the greatness that was in him. Therefore, when you understand the value and the greatness that's in you, the purpose that's on your life, the treasures that's in you, listen, it doesn't matter where you are right now in life. It doesn't matter what you've gone through. It doesn't matter the shortcomings. If you're still here in life, if you still have breath in your lungs, then you still have treasures and greatness inside of you. And if somebody can walk away from priceless possessions, then let them walk. I found that out. I found that out. I found that out. Because somebody will always find something different. If you got the 80, it's 20 that may be missing. Somebody go find the 20 and they may be lacking 80. That's what I understand. That you are so valuable. You are so great. You are so amazing that if somebody cannot see that in the midst of where you are, then let them walk. You know how many people walked away from me when I wasn't in the best place, when I wasn't making the best decisions? Now look where I'm at. So them staying or them walking away had nothing to do with what God put inside of me. When the creator of the universe made you, he broke the mold. He said, this is good. This is perfect. This is what I created for this person and their purpose and their walk in life. Embrace it, kings and queens. Embrace it. I embrace everything about Andrew Clayborn. Everything that I did, all the mistakes that I've made, all the decisions that I've made, all of the shortcomings that I've had, all of the crying moments, all of the sad moments, all of the happy moments. I embraced it all. Those are the individuals that you want to walk with. If King K can't call me right now, you know what I mean? Like he just did something wrong. All right, King. Well, this is what we gonna do. This is how we gonna build. This is the next step that we're going to take. Why? Because you understand that what you are experiencing is just a season. It's just a season, meaning that it will change. We're right now, we're just going out of the fall, about to go into winter, right? We're about to head into winter. That means that before the fall was summer, right? So it changed. It didn't stay the same around the world. It changed. Even out in LA, it changed. Even though they got 70-something degree weather year round, it's still changing. Because that is the laws of life. So if an individual cannot change and rock with you through your change, let them walk. It does not define your greatness. It does not take away from your greatness. It is saying that the greatness that's in me, you couldn't handle. You couldn't appreciate. You couldn't applaud. You couldn't love on. Why? Because we all have children for the most part. We've seen our children go from infants to toddlers to teenagers, some of us adults, right? And this is what's so powerful. Did you ever stop loving that child? Did you ever stop working with that child? Did you ever stop nurturing that child? Did you ever stop providing nourishment for that child? Did you ever walk away from that child? No. Why? Because you understand the value of unconditional love, period. And you've loved that child through all of these different phases, all of these different changes. Oh, I love how, you know, when they was a baby and they couldn't talk and they can only express themselves this way. I love when they start talking, you know what I mean, that they had so much to say. Now that they got so much to say, I wish they wasn't saying as much. It's those different phases and different changes, but you never walked away. You stayed and you loved them and you've grown with them. And you've shown them. I look at my mother. I'm 33 years of age now. And my mother has been through each phase and each change and each stage of my life. And she cannot say that she doesn't love me unconditionally. She cannot say that she's not proud of who I am. This is the way that we're supposed to love. We have been given children so that we can see how the creator of the universe loves us. And he gave us that to teach us how we're supposed to love other human beings. The greatness that's in me, it was always there. So every individual that chose to walk away, they were walking away from greatness. Just the same with your life. The greatness that's in you, it's always been there. And it's even more greater things that's going to happen to your life, but it happens with evolution. It happens with time. It cannot all happen at one moment. So if a person is looking for your greatness to shine through all at one moment, let them walk. Let them walk. I promise you. Let them walk. Why? Because the creator of the universe is going to put people around you who can appreciate you, who can value you, who say, man, you know what? Wherever you are right now, it doesn't matter. Why? Because what I see in you, I'm not there for my emotional kick. I'm not there for my own personal emotional fulfillment. I'm there so that the value in you can come through. I'm there because I want the greatness inside of you. I want the world to see this. I'm there to help you cultivate that. That's why I'm there. We are dealing with selfish individuals. We are dealing with broken individuals. A lot of us have become victims of what people have dealt with in their past. And so they come into our lives and they look at us and they see some things that they enjoy and some things that they like. But then when they see the other side, they say, that's not what I want and I'm out. Those are the individuals. Let them walk. Let them walk. Why? Because when a person truly understands the value of another person and they see that greatness in that person, they're going to do everything in their power to help them become that individual. That's what friendship is. That's what commitment is. Love is an emotion, man. It's a chemical. It'll go up and down. Don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in that, man. I promise you, don't get caught up in that. What you need to find and what you need to understand is the greatness that's inside that person. If they are seeking that and they are pursuing that, they are literally invaluable. That person is priceless. And if a person can walk away from that, let them walk. I'm telling you right now, let them walk. As hard as it may be, this may be a 10, 15, 20-year friendship. This may be a 5, 10, 15-year relationship. It doesn't matter if they cannot value you. If they do not understand the greatness the magnitude of the greatness that's inside of you. If they are not there to help you and assist you, bring that out as a purpose partner, let them walk. I'm telling you, let them walk. And be confident. Stick that chest out. You understand me? Bang. Stick it out on them and let them walk. Because what you are is not determined on if they stay or if they leave. Who you are is not predicated on if they stay or if they leave. Who you are was already predestined. Who you are was already preordained, meaning before you were sent into this earth, you had a purpose and a calling on your life to be great. And if an individual cannot understand that in business, if an individual cannot understand that in friendship, if an individual cannot understand that in companionship, let them walk. Because who you are in this season, you will not be the same in the next. You will not be the same in the next. 5 years ago, were you who you are today? No. A year ago, were you who you are today? No. You are constantly becoming greater. You are conscious of your greatness. You are walking in divine power. If they cannot appreciate it in this moment, if they cannot appreciate it, let them walk. That's like a flower looking at a seed. Like, I'm cool. I'm a flower already. You just a seed. You understand me? But then what they didn't understand is that what was inside of them was a force. So when that seed hit the earth, you know what I mean, and began to become who it was, that little flower was still just a flower as this tree began to take root and this tree began to mold and the tree began to get this bark and this tree began to stretch and it began to put out its limbs and then it began to produce fruit. While this little plant down here who was hating on that seed is seeing like, man, I should have befriended you. I should have befriended you. I got all of these other little plants. We were laughing at you because you was just a little seed, but we didn't know that you was a tree that was going to produce fruit, that produce other seeds, that produce other trees, that produce fruit, that produce other seeds, that produce other trees, that produce fruit, that produce other seeds, that produce other trees, that produce fruit. We didn't know that you had a forest inside of you while we was laughing at you because you was just a seed. I'm telling you, kings and queens. If these plants are out here wanting to walk away from you because you're in the stages of germination, let them walk. Let them walk. I promise you. Because there are individuals out there that will appreciate you. And when you become conscious of this, you begin to understand that they are on their way. They are on their way. And I learned 3 important principles, right? That I want to leave you before I get up off of here. There are 3 important principles. 1, find the same interest in another person. Find the same motivation in another person, and find the same purposes in another person. Why? Because when you have the same interests, it's hard to walk away from that. When you have the same things that motivate you, it's hard to walk away from that. And when you understand that you all have the same purpose, it's hard to walk away from that. Because the same thing that interests me interests you. The same things that motivate me motivate you. The same thing that we're here in purpose to do is what motivates you to understand that you have greatness inside of you. Greatness. It's not predicated on skin. It's not predicated on religion. It's not predicated on race. It's not predicated on the length of your hair. It's not predicated on the curves on your body. It's not predicated on your current weight. It's not predicated on any of that. The greatness that's inside of you came from the creator of the universe. And if somebody does not understand that you are priceless because of it, let them walk. Let them walk. Because who's coming next has such a great role to fill in your life that you cannot have people in your life that does not understand and appreciate your value. You are priceless. Listen, I don't care what you've gone through. I don't care if you got a prison record. I don't care if you've been molested. I don't care if you've been raped. I don't care if you've been abandoned. I don't care if you grew up fatherless. I don't care if you grew up in the hood. I don't care if you sold drugs. I don't care if you still get high right now. I don't care if you're struggling with addiction. I don't care if you're struggling with alcoholism. I don't care if you walked away from God or you coming back to God. None of that matters. What's inside of you is priceless. Your life is that valuable. And if an individual cannot rock with you through your hardships, let them walk. Let them walk. I experienced that with my son's mom. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't the best person in that relationship. But she looks at me now like, man, like maybe I should have stayed. Let them walk. Let them walk. Because I understand that your decisions and your mistakes does not define you. You are an amazing individual. You have incredible things that's inside of you. You are an incredible mind. You are an incredible ball of energy. You are a unique person. You are so beautiful inside and out. And if a person cannot appreciate that, then let them walk. Please, let them walk. But on this next journey, in this next friendship, in this next relationship, find the same interest as that person. See if y'all have similar motivating factors. See if y'all are going in the same path of purpose. Again, interest, motivation, and purpose. Find out if those things are correlating in each other's lives. Because if they're not, man, that person is not going to understand and value and appreciate you. And if they can, again, at the end of the day, let them walk. Because who was created to be your purpose partners, they're going to love you unconditionally. They're going to appreciate you in every circumstance. When you hit rock bottom, they're going to come down there with you and help you up and pull you up. You know what I mean? Like when you're not making the best decisions, they're going to let you know. When you need that extra love, they're going to give it to you. When you need that extra boost of confidence, they're going to provide it. I'm telling you, there are people out there who love you unconditionally that you just haven't met yet. But I promise you, they're coming. So those who cannot appreciate you, see how the son came out and kissed me before we got off of here? Let them walk. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is another conversation with Drew. This is a terrific Tuesday. I bless you guys for your support. Again, we are opening up for donations. If you guys want to donate, hit me up at andrewdclayborn@gmail.com or go ahead and inbox me for further instructions or DM me. I love you guys. Be blessed. Peace.